Alright, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about ideology and policymaking. So let's do it. Alright, so this is an interesting topic for a video. It's all on its own topic. There's not really vocab for this one. The idea is to look at how political ideologies have affected policymaking at different times. So I'm going to give you a few examples, and we also want to keep in mind that our context for this section is that old idea of liberty versus order and stability. Now, depending on when we're talking about in American history, sometimes it might have been more liberal ideologies that had the advantage, and other times it was more conservative ideologies. And, well, why is that? Well, a couple reasons. The most obvious is, well, because one party or the other that was more liberal or more conservative had won the elections. And if we want to go a little bit deeper than that, though, there have been trends during American history where we kind of become more liberal as a nation, and other times we're pulled back and become a little bit more conservative. So if we think about like the New Deal, for instance, FDR had a lot of success implementing a ton of new programs. He was a Democratic president. We would think of most of those things as being more liberal in nature. So things like Social Security and more economic regulations came out of that era. LBJ, a Democrat in the 1960s, with his Great Society programs. And we end up with things like Medicare and Medicaid coming out of there, and a great expansion of the federal government's role in public education coming out of that particular era. Then we move to the 1980s and the 1990s, and we see a shift towards more conservative policies being implemented. And one of these is known as the Welfare Reform Act, known more formally as the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Act of 1996. And what this did, more simply, was it reformed welfare, which is why it's usually called the Welfare Reform Act, but that was the official name. So what it did was it limited the amount of time a person could receive welfare, both in their total of their lifetime as well as consecutive months in one single setting. It put in requirements that that person be obtaining a job or seeking a job, or at least obtaining some kind of education, schooling, vocational training, something else. During George Bush's presidency, we saw more conservative legislation as we had a Republican president. We had things like the Patriot Act that passed, as well as obviously the War on Terror and the war in Iraq were both initiated during that term. So we saw more conservative goals being implemented in that era. When President Obama came into office as a Democrat, a more liberal president, well, we saw things like the Affordable Care Act. We saw Dodd-Frank, which was a regulation reform on Wall Street, and again, that's a more democratic type of bill. Obama also issued an executive order establishing Daca, which is this idea of deferring action on children of people who arrive in the United States illegally. And so, again, more liberal in the immigration enforcement, at least, of those laws. So again, depending on who the president is, depending on which party is in power, what the people are voting for, it absolutely affects the policies that are made by the government at any given time. So again, these are just a few examples of some of these debates that take place, as well as showing the importance of ideology on what policies do in fact get made. So until next time, this has been a La Money production. Alright, thanks again for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it so much if you hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time.